is roasting. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. Yeah, yeah. One love. What about the one love? What about the let's get together and feel alright? I'm fleeing to mankind. One love. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. So let's come and get together and feel alright. 1, 2, 3. Wake up and live your. Wake up and live. Wake up and live now. Wake up and live. Life is one big road with lots of signs. So when you're riding through the ruts, don't you complicate your mind. Flee from hate, mischief and jealousy. Don't bury your thought, put your vision to reality. Yeah. All together now, wake up and live. Wake up and live. Wake up and wake up and live. Yeah. Wake up and wake up and live. Rise, ye mighty people. Yeah. There's work to be done, so let's do it a little by little. Rise from your sleepless slumber. Yes, 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 yes. We're more than sand and the seashore. We're more than numbers. All together now. Wake up and live. Yeah. Wake up and live now. You see one cocoa full of basket. Already you see live big today. Tomorrow you're buried in a casket. Put your dream to reality, yeah. Walk together now. Wake up and live, yeah.
We can make a change. We can make a change. Come together. Whoa, if we don't change up the valleys and rearrange the system, we're always gonna be, the victim. If we don't change up the valleys and rearrange the system, we're always gonna be, the victim. My heavens declare Rastafari glory. Haile Selassie manifests his life. Well, now I shall tell of my story, 'cause this story has been lies, yeah. Contradicting themselves in every illustration, and their make-believe in a world of confusion. Now I just see that they are not real, 'cause the truths have been revealed. And if we don't change up the valleys and rearrange the system, we're always gonna be, the victim. If we don't change up the valleys and rearrange the system, well, we're always gonna be, the victim. Got to make a change. Whoa, make a change. Whoa, treating our people like they are garbage, and through loss of vanity, we never seek to acknowledge to the weak and the feeble. You took advantage to give yourself that tolerance, because you think we're underprivileged. Now it's time for us to reinforce ourselves. Who's gonna do it for us? None but ourselves. If we don't change up the valleys and rearrange the system, we're always gonna be, the victim. If we don't change up the valleys and rearrange the system, well, we're always gonna be, the victim. If we don't change up the valleys and rearrange the
Yes, Jamaica and the world. You want us back? We are back. The Breakthrough Deliverance Ministry, led by me, the prophet Mark Stewart, right here on Bess100 FM. This and every Thursday night from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Yes, it's War Room Thursday. Come on out and join us, each and every one, on Bess100 FM, 100.1, 357 and 9. Come on out. Join me, the prophet, Reverend Mark Stewart, and of course, the boss shot, Apostle Marshall. Come for your healing, breakthrough, deliverance, the prayer, the miracle, the word, the testimony, and so much more. Yes, my friends, Bess100 FM, War Room Thursday, 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Join us. We are going to lick it.
Ready for the warfare. Ready for the warfare.
Hello. Pastor Howard Palmer here, coming to you from New York City, this and every Saturday morning, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's right, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. this and every Saturday morning, right here on Bess100 FM. Don't you miss it.
Vejan Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vejan Printers, your best choice in printing.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
From anywhere at all. You can call us at 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Hey everybody, Apostle Prophetess Dr. Juliet Fagan here. I've got some good news for you. Many of you have asked and God has delivered. Guess what? Join me this and every Sunday. That's right, this and every Sunday evening, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. Catch me right here on Bess100 FM. That's right. On Friend of a Wounded Heart, an extension of Vision Miracle Church of God. And so on behalf of Bishop Leroy and myself and all the brethren of Vision Miracle Church of God, I'm looking forward to having you Sundays, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. right here on Bess FM 100.
Bess100 FM presents the Mature and Moving Up Show with Lascelles Butch Chen on Thursdays from 6 to 9 p.m. Welcome to this pioneering radio program on our continuing worth in our maturing years, compellingly defined to educate and liberate the younger generation. Tune in and welcome.
Half a tree, one and drive, half a tree. Bossy, how we do I take taxi star?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? Yeah, waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. Yeah, hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
Wow, you big star. Yeah, man, respect my boss.
Yeah, try calling, cause trust me.
Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
What a relief.
Bess100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music. Let us promote your goods and services for you. Advertise with us. For more information, call our office at 876-276-8935. That's 276-8935.
The Morning Connection is not your usual talk show. We aim to stimulate discussion and chart new paths to self-empowerment. So please join us, Minett and Percy, on The Morning Connection, Mondays to Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Bess100 FM.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats Bess FM.
Order. Now my court is in session. Will you please stand? First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Judge 1,000 Years. Some people call me Judge Better Must Come.
Good morning and welcome to the Morning Connection. Good morning and welcome here on the Morning Connection at the Ligony Club on Free Flowing Thursday at the Ligony Club. We welcome those who are joining us on air and we welcome those who are joining us on air. Pleased to be here in the beautiful outdoors at the club. Always pleased. The Ligony Club is one of Jamaica's premier sporting facilities and certainly the largest in the English-speaking Caribbean, boasting 8 tennis courts, 6 squash courts, a large-size swimming pool, full-service gymnasium, and a beautiful outdoor dining restaurant where we are always accommodated by JD's Urban Pub. So good morning to those at the studio, those on air and online, and right here at our outdoor set. We welcome the producer and, of course, my co-host, Pastor Percival Palmer, looking very dapper this morning. Good morning to you, co-host. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Looking very dapper. You know, when they dress up like puss back foot, some wedding or funeral.
Things going down.
Something is going down.
And what is it this morning? Both wedding or funeral?
A wedding
today
and a funeral tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
the cycle of life.
The cycle of life.
Indeed.
Where we are at. So we are grateful for another day, and the sun is up in all of its glory. And the feedback is that the exam started well. Yesterday. I got a good oral. So I mean,
he spoke to you in Spanish?
Well, yesterday we're going down, you know, we normally pray in the car. It says pray in Spanish.
Pray in Spanish.
And he must pray in
Espanol.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
All right. Glory to God.
80% of the prayer was in Spanish, and the words he never remember. In English, in taught the English, so it was Spanglish.
Spanglish.
You know that is something.
I know.
Is very much
Spanish patois.
No, not Spanish, but Spanglish in the States. Spanglish, you know, people mix up this.
That's the arrogance of the United States, thinking that if they speak that way, it's a legitimate language.
No, but we not speak patois, and we say that legitimate language, you think?
Well,
and by the way,
patois is a P-A-T-O-I-S. It's a French word, and it's a real thing.
But we spell patois in Jamaica P-A-T.
So then that is the arrogance of the Jamaican, glorifying their illiteracy.
We call it patois.
Patois in patois.
So
patois. Yeah, patois is an actual
French word.
And it describes a language that is a combination of different languages. So every language has a patois. There is a derivative of it which comes out of people just expressing themselves naturally and pronouncing it, words phonetically and spelling it as they see fit. And so a patois is a type, a genre.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
You have a patois in your term.
So you have Jamaican patois because the informal language that comes from how Jamaicans speak would be called patois. And then you can have an American patois based on their English, which they probably are calling Spanglish, because the culture is so fused with other cultures. Their patois is a mix of many different things.
But you know, I just speak about that. When you go to Jamaica, you know, you get different
parts of the country speak different ways. Yeah.
You come from
St. Elizabeth patois is different from Clarendon patois. Is different from St. Hilda's patois.
You know, but St. Hilda's patois.
Yeah, the St. Hilda's girls speak different.
Oh, but they speak perfect.
That's our patois.
Really normal.
But why patois must be down? Why patois can't be a posher sounding version of the language? It's a derivative which comes from how people speak out of the native. Anyway, why did we start there? What's in a word? Plenty, apparently.
Yes.
I want to start by quoting the lawyer for Dominion. Dominion is that software equipment company that their equipment was behind the voting in the 2016 American elections. And Fox News was rabid in promoting all of the crazy talk that their listeners had, their viewers had about equipment switching votes from Democrat to Republican or from Republican to Democrat, whatever the situation was. But they were busy on the free airwave, allowing persons to just say things which they knew weren't true. We've been talking a lot about misinformation and disinformation, and there's been a fairly strong narrative that once it gets through the gate, has the impact that is desired, the rest of the world should just move on and accept whatever new results we get as inevitable. This is just really tying into the idea that by fair means or foul is a legitimate approach to taking power. Many of us believe that you can run a campaign based on whatever you think will work, and when you are successful, all will be forgotten. A takeoff from the end justifies the means. You know that old saying?
You do anything you want.
You do whatever you want, and if you succeed, then your success, because success is always viewed as a positive, isn't it, Percy?
That is what is so wrong.
Success is viewed as a positive that justifies the methodology that you use to arrive there. Well, $787 million later for Fox News, Dominion had claimed $1.6 billion. They said their reputation was severely damaged by these false publications, which Fox News, it was clear, because I think another court, a judge actually said it was crystal clear that these were lies. And so the libel suit was moving forward. They came to a settlement. And the lawyer for Dominion says, the truth matters. Lies have consequences.
You think that
it wasn't the 2016 election. I misspoke. It's the later election that Trump lost in 2020.
So the thing is, I was gonna say, you think that they took it out of a playbook that we know about?
Yeah, that's why I'm mentioning it this morning, because you know that I'm not one to spend too much time talking about what's happening elsewhere when we have lots of important things going on here. But when I reflected on it, and it's been in the news a bit, when I reflected on it, I said, you know, it is a good lesson for those in Jamaica who believe that rabid public relation campaigns that seek to promote a false narrative, that if you confuse the people and you get them to go with you a distance based on just the PR of it, there comes a day when you have to give an account. And it is not true that success by any means is good success. It is not true that the end justifies the means. If you really peruse the Word of God and seek a higher understanding of things, you will learn that sometimes it's all about the process. Do you know that? It's all about the process. Everything is about, the journey is as important as the destination.
I think, for me, the journey is the most important part of
the journey.
Of the process. The journey.
The journey is the
No. I know I'm saying that.
No, I understand you well. That's why I said it, and even though I'm laughing, I understand what you're saying. You really are saying the most important thing about life is living.
Mm-hmm.
It's you know, some people say it's how you die or it's how you're born. No, it's living.
Because normally some people repeat this comment at funerals. There are two things: you're born and you die. But what you do is the dash. They said the dash.
Yes,
and it's the process of life.
Of course.
Impact, what legacy you have. I recall saying to you, people think it is the length of your life that is important. No, it's not. As I am just remembering last week, back to back. Friday we had the funeral for the 7-year-old who died of cancer. Saturday we had the funeral for the 21-year-old young man. And they live full life.
Absolutely.
Their life they made
the most of every day. And people were standing up and testifying
you know how
to
this
it.
person impacted my life. I found it amazing that as a 21-year-old, I didn't know him from long time, for about 30, but he was able to hold on a full-time job and be a full-time student.
Two lives that man living in the one in the one
and
space.
then other things in that he was host of a program on a radio station, some women's thing.
So that's a third life as a broadcaster.
And then the other thing,
that man outstripped me in 21 years.
And he was representative for his hall. And
was he also a father?
No,
he missed that. At least there's one thing he didn't do. But
the impact that,
full life.
Yeah. So
full life.
And so that is something that we have to sit down and consider. Purpose. Why am I here? What am I doing with it? Last night we were just commenting on it as a devotion as a family, the whole thing of purpose and fulfilling it and being accountable at the end of your life for what it is that you have done with your life. And so the whole thing of purpose, then giving account to the person who has established it. And some favorite scriptures that I have. One of them is Ephesians 2 verses 8 to 10. For by grace you are saved. Not of yourself is boast, but the one that gets me is Ephesians 2:10. For we are his workmanship, that God has set works that you must walk into purpose, because at the end he's gonna call it a book. Ephesians 2:10.
You have not misquoted it. But I want your comment. I'm waiting to draw you out on this statement by the lawyer. I know the many lawyers have made enough trouble, but this statement by the lawyer that truth matters. The truth matters. Lies have consequences. We have been spending a lot of time investing in perception of things. Social media is all about perception.
Much likes they have.
Yes. Curating a picture that is especially designed to elicit some specific emotional response. And the truth is at a different level. In fact, truth don't even come into the picture unless there is a time of judgment.
They call it a book. And that's
so
investigative journalism.
I do
that signal over there.
Yes, for us to take a break. When we come back, we're happy to be with you this morning. So bear with us. We'll be back in a short while.
Bess FM-100 on your dial. Keep listening.
Attention all importers, wholesalers, and retailers of light bulbs. Did you know that starting April 1, 2023, the government of Jamaica will begin phasing out the sale of standard incandescent light bulbs? Once fully implemented, only energy-efficient lighting such as LEDs will be allowed for import, export, manufacture, distribution, and sale. Incandescent light bulbs have a wire filament inside that heats until the bulb glows. They turn 80 to 90% of electricity used into heat. The less energy a bulb uses, the less energy a household demands, and the less energy Jamaica will need to consume overall. So this helps our energy security long term. How will this affect your business? New imports of incandescent light bulbs will end on April 1, 2023. However, manufacturers and distributors of lighting will have 1 year to sell their existing stock of incandescent light bulbs before complying with the regulations. Are there any exemptions to this rule? Some businesses may be eligible for exemptions from the new regulations. Permission to sell and purchase incandescent light bulbs for approved purposes can be granted by the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Do the right thing for your family, or society, and our environment. Switch, conserve, and save. A message from the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology.
The following is an excerpt from the 2023-2024 budget presentation by Prime Minister the Most Honorable Andrew Holness.
Members will recall that the actuarial review of 2013 showed a dismal state of affairs, and the sustainability of the NIS was threatened if immediate steps were not taken. In fact, the projections at that time were that cash flow would be negatively impacted by 2025, and the scheme would be bankrupt or run out of money by 2023. Madam Speaker, the administration I lead took decisive and deliberate steps to implement a raft of reforms, the last of which was implemented in 2022. Today, I can stand here and say that those measures have borne fruit. The latest actuarial review, which was completed in January 2023, shows that the viability of the scheme has been extended for 15 years. Madam Speaker, pensioners are among the groups that have been ravaged by the recent high inflation. I'm therefore pleased to announce that based on the performance of the National Insurance Fund and the recommendation of the actuaries, the old age, widower, and invalidity pensions and all other benefits payable under the National Insurance Scheme will be increased. Effective April 1, 2023, the flat rate for the minimum weekly pension will be raised by 74%, moving from $1,700 to $3,000 per week. The pensioner who currently receive $2,550 per week will now receive $3,500 per week, a 37% increase, and those at the top will receive a 24% increase, moving from $3,000 to $4,200 per week. Madam Speaker, a number of other benefits under the NIS will also be increased, effective April 1, and will be announced by the Minister of Labour.
Persons who have been waiting for more than 12 months to undergo hernia, prostate, fibroids, or other womb-related surgeries are being asked to contact the Ministry of Health and Wellness as soon as possible. The contact numbers are 876-320-8694, 876-320-9133, 876-320-9164, and 876-320-9373. Calls should be made between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. You can also send an email to projectcodecare@moh.gov.jm. Persons will be required to disclose their names, medical record number, the type of surgery, and the health facility where they had their appointment. Last day to contact the ministry is Wednesday, May 31, 2023.
At MOJ, Ministry of Justice, come access quality service to keep order within the nation. We facilitate good relations. Legal aid in your pocket. A little is child diversion for you to need expertise. Victim service, we help you cope with grief. Restorative justice, build back the peace. No matter where you come from, how we say justice for all Jamaicans. MOJ, Ministry of Justice, come access quality service.
MOJ, taking justice to the people of Jamaica.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Bess100 FM, broadcasting live in all 14 parishes. Hanover 100.5, 100.9. St. James 100.9. Trelawney 100.3, 100.9. St. Anne 100.3, 100.5, St. Mary 100.5, Westmoreland 100.1, 100.5, St. Elizabeth 100.1, 100.5, Manchester 100.1, 100.5, Clarendon 100.1, 100.5, 100.9, St. Catherine 100.5, 100.9, St. Andrew 100.5, 100.9, St. Thomas 100.5 and 100.9. Bess FM, giving you the better vibe.
He's coming back. Yes, indeed, it's redemption time with Apostle Clive Campbell presenting a life-changing, life-challenging message to encourage, inspire, and motivate you towards your destiny. Every Tuesday night from 9:30 p.m. until 12:30 a.m. and on Saturday from 9 o'clock until 10, right here on Bess100 FM. It's redemption time.
I'm standing firm.
Vegan Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vegan Printers, your best choice in printing.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-Time Taxi Service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
We are something special on the road.
Yes, Jamaica and the world, you want us back? We are back. The Breakthrough Deliverance Ministry, led by me, the prophet Mark Stewart, right here on Bess100 FM. This and every Thursday night from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Yes, it's War Room Thursday. Come on out and join us, each and every one, on Bess100 FM, 100.1, 357 and 9. Come on out. Join me, the prophet, Reverend Mark Stewart, and of course, the boss shot, Apostle Marshall. Come for your healing, breakthrough, deliverance, the prayer, the miracle, the word, the testimony, and so much more. Yes, my friends, Bess100 FM, War Room Thursday, 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Join us. We are going to lick it.
Ready for the warfare. Ready for the warfare.
Hey everybody, Apostle Prophetess Dr. Juliet Fagan here. I've got some good news for you. Many of you have asked and God has delivered. Guess what? Join me this and every Sunday. That's right, this and every Sunday evening, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. Catch me right here on Bess100 FM. That's right. On Friend of a Wounded Heart, an extension of Vision Miracle Church of God. And so on behalf of Bishop Leroy and myself and all the brethren of Vision Miracle Church of God, I'm looking forward to having you Sundays, 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. right here on Bess FM 100.
Bess100 FM presents the Mature and Moving Up Show with Lascelles Butch Chen on Thursdays from 6 to 9 p.m. Welcome to this pioneering radio program on our continuing worth in our maturing years, compellingly defined to educate and liberate the younger generation. Tune in and welcome.
Half a tree, one and drive, half a tree. Bossy, how we do I take taxi star?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? Yeah, waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters ought to have them Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose a problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. Yeah, hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me, send you.
Wow, you big star. Yeah, man, respect my boss.
Yeah, try and call, cause trust me.
Waiters Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
What a relief.
Bess100 FM is the authentic voice of Jamaica, promoting your prosperity with better vibes and better music.
The Morning Connection is not your usual talk show. We aim to stimulate discussion and chart new paths to self-empowerment. So please join us, Minett and Percy, on The Morning Connection, Mondays to Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Bess100 FM.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Good morning and welcome back. If you are watching us online, you will see that we did a little repositioning, and I am so happy that the sun is not shining right in my eye.
That's a good sign. When the sun is in your face, it means that you're walking into freedom. Yes. No, is the sun at the back or the sun in your face? Which one are they
Listen to me. I love the sun. I want the sun over me, open heavens.
Over you.
Yeah. Earl Brown, good morning. Give us a nod and tell us if you are no longer having whatever difficulty. Earl said we were having a little breaking up. I didn't know if he meant we were breaking up the relationship.
No.
Or the technical difficulties.
His birthday 2 days ago.
Oh yes, yeah. And we were not there with him.
And
yeah. Belated birthday greetings, my friend.
Yes.
I know you are living it up. So just know that we love you.
Himself. But you notice what he said online as we were talking about process. And
yes.
He said
the most important thing about living is to be loved by the people who cross your path during your lifetime. Well, you know what? I love what you're saying there, and I'm going to add a little bit to it. The most important thing is to love the people who cross your path. They mightn't even notice you, but you love them anyway. I'm going to content myself with that.
No, but in a serious way. We were talking about what the gentleman said, that
truth matters.
The truth matters. The truth matters because people need to understand that you'll be held accountable for your actions.
And that's what he said too. He said lies have consequences.
And so even as we are talking about it, just taking some news out of a close conference that we had. I was speaking to some individuals, and I said to them, it's important that you live your life in purpose, because at the end of it, you're going to be held accountable for your actions, the actions that you do. And I made reference to Ephesians 2:10, for we are God's masterpiece, each one of us. He has created us anew in Christ Jesus so we can do the good things He planned for us to do a long time ago. Those of us who have now re-entered into this relationship need to understand that there are works, there are things you must accomplish, you must do but you must ensure that what you're doing is lining up with the principles that God has given to us. Yesterday we spoke about the wisdom of God and what that means. And an important part of the wisdom of God is speaking the truth.
Yes.
It's speaking the truth.
Yeah.
It's speaking the truth.
Well, in fact, you will be denied access to the wisdom of God if you are not a seeker and speaker of truth.
Yeah.
You just won't get there.
Yeah.
You'll be somewhere out there at the gate running a hustle, trying to con your way in and never accomplishing it. Yeah, the wisdom of God is not accessible to those who are trying to deceive.
Who set out
because,
to deceive.
Yeah, because Scripture also tell you, you don't be deceived in your own self. God is not mocked. Won't happen.
God is not mocked. Whatever man so shall reap. And even as you talk about truth matters, I recall this so much in the last political campaign. There's a major furor about the amount of houses that
furor.
First
part, the producer is fact checking us from the corner. Hey, man.
The uproar about.
Yes, go with that one.
Yes, about the houses that had been used, and somebody said, "Where did you get that from?" I said it was aspirational, really.
So that's not true.
It's not true.
That's aspirational.
It's not true.
It may be truly aspirational,
but it never happens.
It's not.
Facts are facts.
Yes.
Facts are facts. And we need to be doing that because the truth matters. Yesterday we were talking about tension simmering.
Yes, and I asked you a question in the break, which I want to take on air. And there's a friend of mine who is great at building revenue models. Any idea you give him, he can reduce it to the bits and pieces required to make it a profitable exercise.
If it can be.
The truth is everything can be.
True?
Of course.
Right.
It's all you do is make adjustments to the time, the level of input, the price.
Okay. All right.
So that it can be profitable.
So tell us about this friend. I want to meet this friend. But then
I'll organize for you to meet this friend. I've long been exercising my mind on this issue. Is it that the economy of Jamaica is still built around a revenue model that depends on slave labor? Slave labor. Laborers, workers, employees, whatever you call them, the human capital that you input in your plan, you must keep it at the lowest possible point, as close to zero as possible. I just wonder, and the reason I keep going back to it is that a lot of how life flows is organic, meaning it's one layer giving birth to another layer. You will not find layer number 1 being succeeded by layer 10.
No,
it's iterative. You're going to have some kind of sequential flow, one leads necessarily to another. And I said we were built on slave labor. That was the economy. The input, you didn't pay workers. We came out of slave labor. I don't know how best to describe the intervening years, but if you recall, the narrative of our ancestors immediately after emancipation, they pulled away, went into freehold villages. They did not want to come back and do plantation type work. They sought to establish some kind of economy. There was a hot contest over that because there was a desire to bring them back into the plantation, because now you have sugar plantations and no workers. The attempt to bring in alternative source of labor through the Indians and those did not go well. So there is something about how we managed to move from freehold villagers to reluctant workers back in the system, and there must have been some intentional design behind making it a necessity for us to find work back in Egypt, in the place of abuse and oppression. There had to be some system that would draw us back. But at the same time, we want our freedom and independence and self-determination, but we're ill-equipped for it. We haven't had the education, we haven't had the experience in business. They want us to come back, but they don't want to pay fair value. They want to keep you as close to the zero you were getting as possible. And I'm just having this revelation about where some things that Jamaica needs to do to break away from the zero value which we placed on the Jamaican laborer, workman, or employee, and bring ourselves to the point where we can pay fair wages. I think the fact that we have had so much upset and disruption in the civil society because of this unfair systems of remuneration, and that has continued from, I mean,
but it's true. All right, so here, let's explore this a little bit. So the plantation economy is an economy based on agricultural mass production, usually of a few commodity crops grown on large
like you're reading.
Worked by laborers or slaves.
So zero value on labor was free.
So the properties were carried by plantation. Now, what are we switching? Think about what is happening.
Yeah, we still have very low value on labor.
Right.
I think we still...
The economy has not really diversified. Because look at tourism.
They're still, they're using seasonal labor. They keep them very low cost.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I know I'm right, I'm only exposing it for conversation because I want my genius friend, and he knows himself and he listens to the program. I want him to enter into a discourse with me on what it would take to create a different revenue model where you are giving a fair valuation to the different components, and you can set your price, set your rate of return, your return on investment based on a fair valuation of all the components.
But what you see, moving from that economy to one that place your labor inputs are high cost, meaning
not high cost,
high value.
Don't say high value per se, say fair value, because
but fair, but it's low now, so that's why move it up to high.
But remember, that Proverbs tell us that we're not. Oh, it's a no. We need to be just.
All right, so just value then.
Yeah, so we don't give the poor any favor because he's poor, and we don't give the rich any favor because he's rich. But fair value, it must attract a fair value.
So what would be the thing that is transformative would be education.
Well,
let me say why.
I'm gonna dispute that even before you're done. Say it. Go on, say it.
Let's dispute what I'm going to say before me say it.
I'm prophetic like that.
No, I'm saying no, but really, if you think about it, if you want to be transformative, and research has been proven that the more educated is your population, the prosperity in terms of the GDP goes up significantly per individual.
But can I tell you, you know why I want to dispute it?
Yes.
It is a presumption that is based on a false assumption that there is no intrinsic worth to your experience and your capacity before you acquire a certain level of education. Case in point, the laborer whose only value to the plantation man is the strength of his back. Yet, and he placed that at, he gives him nothing for his labor. He feeds him, keep him in a hut and whatever, beat him to keep him compliant. That is the level of effort that goes into keeping labor happy. You don't want labor, no, not keeping labor happy, keeping labor available. You're only concerned with availability of labor. You're not now concerned about welfare and well-being. You just want it to be available and compliant. When you have that man rated at 0 in your books. It means every value that he brings to the exercise comes to you as just profit.
Profit for who? Him or?
The owner. Less what you pay to feed him and keep him compliant and available.
But
that's your profit. No, but hold on. I'm getting to intrinsic value.
That's where I want to.
That's where I'm going.
Yes,
that's where I'm going.
Value.
If you took him out of the equation, because to me, we need to get to a way of valuing things where we say, what would it cost us to replace this? Outside of a slave model, what would it cost me to replace this input in my process? I take out the slave. If I had to go and hire a man who would give me equal level of effort and I pay market rates for him, what would I pay to replace him? That's his value to you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
at replacement cost, like how they do it in insurance.
Yeah, but the value.
So there's a value on him in his uneducated, whatever condition you find him, he has a value. He doesn't have to be educated in order to come and do the work that he was doing for you.
What you call education?
The education which you referred to as being transformative. Education is transformative of the individual.
Right.
But it doesn't make the individual more useful for any whatever task the capitalist, the employer is looking for.
Really?
No, just work with me, because we're talking about the slave, the laborer now. We're not talking about a teacher who needs to go and teach, because they didn't want us to go and teach. We're looking at the revenue model for the agricultural based plantation economy.
Yeah, but I understand that. But the point that I'm still making to you is, if you consider countries that have moved, they have made major investment in education.
Yes, but when you do that, you're adding diversity to your economy. If you are an agricultural plantation-based economy, you want strong laborers who will show up when you want them to and accept little or nothing. You don't want an educated population. That's why we have an issue in Jamaica, because the education that was curated was to drive us back into the plantation.
Agreement. And so
that was not our choice or our decision. Now that we have had a chance to make different choices, we are not absolutely.
We never did.
Yeah.
But
and that for me is the missing link. We never looked at our economy to say, all right, sugar is out, men cutting things and wielding a tool is out. We want a more diverse economy where we have this, that, and the other, and these are the revenue streams that we're looking for, and it's going to cost us this to train the population to get there, and we want this part over here that is not, this is the part of innovation, where persons are developed to think freely and widely and openly, and these are to be entrepreneurial. So we have different owners of capital entering the marketplace. We're just kind of getting there a bit with Jamaica, where the entrepreneurial landscape is looking different from the color of the plantation economy.
Well, we just got the time signal, but I still want to.
We got the time signal?
Yes.
Let's reject it. All right, we'll take our break, and then Percy and I will dive a little deeper into it and come back to you with, I really want us to exercise our minds on this question, because we're going to have to rebuild. It's not just the Constitution, we have to rebuild the revenue model for our economy.
Thank you.
Half a tree. One already, 200. Ready, mama? Ready.
Is this the confusion you feel when trying to work your way through medical systems in Jamaica? Try a dose of Ask Dr. Mary every Thursday at 5 to 6 p.m. Let Dr. Mary help you understand your medical problems and bring you to a calmer place.
Looking to clean your vehicle super clean? 123 Clean Car Wash, located at 2 1/4 Osborne Road, Kingston 10. Entrance on Grove Road, below Tropical Battery. They wash and vacuum, undercarriage wash, engine wash, polish and compound, shampoo and detailing. Call them at 876-631-3400. 123 Clean Car Wash, the best in the business for a cleaner wash.
1, 2, 3, believe me, it's so easy. 1, 2, 3.
Love more, 'cause you open up the door.
Live, camera, volume. Live it up Fridays on Bess100 FM. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with I, Ibi Lion, each and every Friday. Giving you the better vibes, heard everywhere.
On a natural some things that watch me fly. On Jamaica.
What should a taxi service do for you? On-time taxi service is more than just a ride to the other side of town. They offer clean and spacious vehicles, reliable service, and promise to always look out for their customers. They'll come when you call and take you where you want to go on time.
From anywhere at all, you can call us at 926-3866.
We are something special on the road.
Vejan Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vejan Printers, your best choice in printing.
Having trouble getting parts for your Mazda? Maljam Auto Parts is your solution. Find Maljam at the new and convenient location off Upper Waltham Park Road at 9 Kingswood Avenue. Maljam Auto Parts, with over 25 years experience, providing all Mazda parts, new and used. Call 923-4389 and 461-1786. Maljam Auto Parts, serving your Mazda needs.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. I invite you to join us for the Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ radio program with Elder Kendrick Murray, where we stand firm that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. This broadcast is heard every Saturday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. and again on Sundays from 4 to 5 p.m. The church is located at 3550 Pleasant Valley Road here in Mobile, Alabama, in the United States. You may visit our website at sonofgodlives.org or